Sean Sewell with Engearment.com, coming at you with another wireless microphone review. Apparently we've become like somewhat of a wireless microphone experts here. So we recently received this microphone right here, the Malada X5, which looks quite a bit like the Fulaim X5 that people are doing videos on and comparing to the DJI mic. So in this video, I'm going to do kind of features, sound comparison, and I'm going to give you a bonus. I'm going to compare it not only to the DJI, but I'm comparing it to the Rode. Right now I'm using the Rode wireless mic system. Just to give you some context, because most of the time when we're shooting videos and we're in the Engearment studio, we do use the Rode. But when we're outside, we do the DJI most often. And this new X5 setup has a lot of features that the DJI has, and so I'm going to show you about that in the video. Let's get into it. So, starting with some context. This is the Rode wireless mic right here. I have it just right here. Level's -12. I'm going into a Sony a7 IV. Looks just like this. This is the a7R5. When I'm outside shooting the gear review videos, you see we're using the DJI microphone right there. So let me show you the X5. It comes in this little case right here, and it has all the adapters included. There's a USB-C and the iPhone, and apparently this case also has UV sanitation going on, so when you close it up, it potentially kills germs. I guess that's nice if you're doing a lot of running and gunning and clipping on people, which is a lot like what we do when we go to trade shows. Now I think about it, yeah, like Outdoor Retailer and OMA and all the things we do, we're constantly taking microphones and putting them on other people and back on our person. So I suppose that could be a feature to be appreciated by some people. For comparison, here is the DJI microphone case. I can't really convey to you the quality difference. You feel the DJI, it feels like a brick. It feels sturdy. The X5, it feels in the middle. It doesn't feel cheap, but it's definitely not as substantial and robust as the DJI microphone case. Who cares? It has the microphones in here. It charges the microphones just like the DJI does, and it has the adapters. And most importantly, in my opinion, is the windscreen. The windscreen is not an afterthought. A lot of microphones we test out have windscreens that go over the top and they're rubberized. This, just like the DJI and the Rode wireless microphone, goes on securely, twists, and it's on there. So that right there is super, super helpful. Another perk it has a little magnet. So I'll put the magnet on and I'll transfer over to the X5 here in a few seconds. And why do I keep that windscreen on when I put it under my shirt? I found that if you have a person who has a hairy chest like me and the microphone's just in there, it's going to rustle around and cause quite a bit of audible noise. So windscreen goes on, the magnet on the outside, and then now we'll transfer over to the sound of the X5. Now we are on the X5. How does it sound? There are LED screen on there. You can see the levels. I have it on level 2 out of 5. Looking at the readout, I think it's not clipping. I think this will be good, even comparison to the Rode. I'm not going to boost it in post. I'm not going to add any kind of normalizing. I'm just going to do how it sounds out of the box. Some other features it has, much like the DJI, is internal recording, though it's not a feature I use, so I'm not going to spend my time reviewing it because I don't use that feature. I just bake the audio into the setup. I'm going to close the case just in case the other microphone was on and causing some weirdness with stereo. I have done that before. That sounds kind of crazy. Other features on the Malada X5, it does have noise cancellation, which is something also I would not be using. So, and it automatically pairs up too when you turn it on, which is pretty nice. So just like the DJI, you open the case and then the microphone pairs up with the receiver. So build quality, I feel like the DJI is so good. But it's also 3 times the price, you know, 350 bucks. These are 120, 130 maybe. And I believe if we have a discount code, I will put that in the description below so you can get discount. But I'm just gonna give you a couple more moments to appreciate the sound of the X5. Then I'm gonna go to the DJI, and then we'll have a final comparison and conclusion on the X5 unit. Stay tuned. And now we have the DJI microphone, as you can see. I'm using the audio off of that, so you know I'm not cheating here. I'm gonna go ahead and clip it on. It also has a magnet as well, and I can put that on there, but I'm just gonna save you some time. Just put it right here. Now the DJI is in the same place, give or take, as the X5 and the Rode, more or less. I mean, somebody's gonna complain online about, well, it's a different distance from the larynx. So what? It's on a shirt, talking to you. It doesn't change that much. Okay, so now that I have the DJI on, you can see the X5 is a little bit even smaller than the DJI, which is pretty cool. And on the microphone, like I mentioned, you can put the windscreen on, it'll stay in place very securely, and it has a place to put in a lavalier microphone. So if you had an external lavalier and you wanted to put this on a belt clip or somewhere out of sight, you could definitely run a lavalier to it. That's pretty cool. And like I mentioned, it has the magnet just like the DJI. Again, the build quality, it definitely feels more plasticky, not as robust, but it's also lighter weight than the DJI. So sometimes if you have the DJI on or the Rode, and if you're a fitness professional like myself and you're doing some kettlebell videos, you bend over, the microphone kind of pulls your shirt, that whole thing. This is much lighter. You can turn on recording, you can turn on noise cancellation, but again, those are two features that I absolutely don't use, so I'm not going to waste your time showing you how they work. Somebody else can do that in their video. I just simply want to show you how it sounds. Overall, I think it's a fantastic deal for what you're getting. The DJI, I have 3 sets of DJI. I have 3 sets of Rode. I use wireless microphones every day, hours a day, and sometimes even on the weekends. So I have a lot of experience with them. I don't go really nitty-gritty in features. I just want to have a good charge, last as long as possible, and most importantly, sound good. That's all I care about. Don't care about apps and bells and whistles. Just need it to sound good. Things I look for in a wireless microphone are, can you read out? Can you see the levels? Can you adjust the levels? Some microphones I've tested in the past literally don't have a screen. They had great sound like the Hollyland, but I couldn't tell what level it's on or how the battery life was. So for me, seeing the levels is pretty important. Also, I'm outside most of the time shooting videos and interviewing and running and gunning. It is essential that the windscreen stays in place. The best ones I've tested so far, Rode Wireless Go 2, the DJI, and then this guy. It stayed in place fantastic. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. So, most importantly, sound quality. I'll let you be the judge of how it sounds. I think it sounds good, especially for 1/3 the price of DJI. So, if you're budgeting for a Rode or DJI setup, and this sounds good enough, it has all the features that the other ones have, and it's 1/3 the price. So you can make up the decision if that's good for you. If you do wind up getting it, let us know how it goes and how it sounds. I hope it is exactly what you're looking for your YouTube channel or your videos or whatever it is you're using the microphones for. Hopefully hearing the 3 side by side, the Rode versus the DJI versus the X5, hopefully that's helpful. If it was, a thumbs up is appreciated. If you want to purchase it, I'll put a link below to pick it up on Amazon. I think it's 120, 130 bucks. I'm Sean Sewell, the owner and director of Stoke for Engearment.com. Until next time, take care.